Hi guys, another quick draw inflation video. You can see here the draw inflation, how low it's been since, well, all the time really. It's only really sort of still on the cusp, still dodge. So you can see how the draw has dropped. You know, at one point it was 3.25, 3.2. So just a little back at 3.15 for £800. Now getting matched at 3.1, one tick lower for a free £40. So what we're going to do on this is what you've seen on a lot of the videos we do. You know, judging by the stats, I know it's a friendly, but you know, there's a good chance we'll see both sides scoring here and potential goals. So what we're going to do is, knowing we got basically a free £40, I'm just going to back here for say 30. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cover the two most likely scores. So they're now covered, and I'll try and get the best price. There's still 10 minutes to kick off. So these two are now covered. So yet again, as I explained on previous videos, there are only two danger scores here, 0-2 and 2-0. So if the game gets to 0-0 at half time, I'll put a couple of quid on each to cover those as well. And I've now got a free trade thanks to the draw inflation tool. Now this can be done 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a week. Let's just place that. And it really is. It's as easy money as you can get. You know, if you take the time and effort to learn how to use this tool, then there's money to be made in it. It certainly will be over the World Cup, because there'll be a lot of games where the draw starts off so low, and it will just continue to drop and drop and drop right up to kick-off. All of these are good within an hour, 2 hours max, I'd say, before kick-off. Quite often as well, we'll probably see them drop overnight, but you can't monitor the prices overnight. Whereas an hour or so before kick-off, you can sit in front of your screen and see what's going on. 7 minutes to kick off. These two are covered. This is looking good. I'll be surprised in 7 minutes I'm at the front of the queue. And we may even see 3.05 come in. You know, go back to the PMT game. You can see these all have it lower, as they should do. Pinnacle, SBO Bet, Max Bet and Spreads. So there's absolutely no reason why I'm going to end up with a free sort of 40 quid. Take it in play, and if the game ends 2-2, then that's even more money, isn't it? It's double bubble. And there we go, a little bit more of my money being eaten. My lay in here was sitting here. You can see it going down, so to speak. And you like to see it going down, especially when you're on the right side. 5 minutes to kick off. Still going down, and I'll take this in play and see what the end result is. See how we get on. It's a very low risk trade. You know, if you can trade a game and only have 2 danger scores, then there we go. And let's see if this does drop. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes in another tick, but I'm happy with 1 tick. I backed it at 3.15, laid it at 3.1. Simple as that. Free £40, which is covered by a loss of 30 if it ends under 2.5. Rather, it's covered by these two scores. So, you know, if it ends 0-0, I don't lose any money because I got 40 quid on the draw. Best score would obviously be, I over 2.5, and if it ended 2-2 or 3-3, probably unlikely, but that'd be a nice result. 3 minutes to kick off. So you can see here that Morocco, the favourite, were coming in. They then drifted out. Drifting out would mean that basically the market expects a low amount of goals, low scoring game, and therefore the draw would drop. And as mentioned, we may see 3.05. It's just reached that right on 7 o'clock. Would I have got matched on that? Possibly. Don't know. Not really worth the risk. Don't take the money in play. It's really not worth it. You will lose at some point and lose money. So you're better off, taking out the stress side of things, taking a tick, and trying to utilise that in play to maximise your profits. So we're just awaiting the kick-off. The beauty of this sort of trade is I don't need a lot of green on the draw to cover, because the overs are so high. They've just drifted out even more. Should have waited. Then if we get over 2.5 goals, then I'm going to pick up 40 odd quid. Now 40 odd quid for sort of 45 minutes work probably doesn't sound a great deal, but there was only one trade in this. It was just a back and a lay, simple as that. Normally we'd be recycling that. We'd be going back in a couple of times, be using bigger stakes. So if the end result is we pick up 40 quid, putting that into perspective, if you could do that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a week, then you've got a nice little income there. And not really a great deal of sort of pressure, stress involved in that. And we're off. 3 minutes late, we are off. I'll keep an eye on this on the scanner when it comes on, and we'll trade it from there. So we're as good as through to half time without any goals. Italy had gone 1 up, looks like, the first minute of the game. Wow. So, but if you look at the stats, Morocco are well on top. So I've got to cover the danger scores. So I need to cover this, and I'll just put a couple of pounds on that. 2's unlikely, but you never know. You never know. So now I've got a very low risk trade. The maximum I should be able to lose here is around about £8. Gone for a little spontaneous added 50 quid. I think there will be a goal or two in the second half, so I'm prepared to lose now a total of £15 potentially. Aha, we have a goal, finally. 58 minutes gone, it's 0-1 to the dog. Against the run of play by the look of it, so that's good for our 1-1. Could be good for 2-1, could be good for 0-2, so it's not bad news at all. £28 of the, so I could only lose sort of £8 now really. 16 loss there, 16 loss, £12 on 1-1 if the game ends 1-1. 0-2 won't be a bad result because I'll actually get some profit on that because I've got the 0-2 covered, so I could even make 25 quid on that, 23 quid. And we're suspended, and it's 1-1. 0-2 would have been better, but we'll take 1-1. So here we go. I managed to put a little bit more on at half time. I laid under 2.5 for 50 quid. I could only lose £6 on that, so I thought a worthwhile investment. So now we've got a potential £36 loss there. We've got a £40 gain there, so we're £3 up. So we stand to lose about £13 if the game ends 1-1. So let's assure ourselves that we're going to make some money and just take some profit. See if we can. Here we go. So now we're in a position where we win. If it ends 1-1, we win 10, 50, less 16, £34. If we get another goal, we win 64 less, so about £48. But if the game ends 2-2, then we get 64 plus 40, 104 less 16, so what's that, 88. So pretty damn good really. This is the way to trade. This is very low risk, high reward, and all you need to do is make your profits before the ball is even kicked. Just rolled it on a little bit, we have a goal. So we now got £64 in the bin, less 16, so that's £48 profit. 2-2 would be the icing on the cake.